still planning forever. While you were planning goodbye. I was talking about tomorrow. You were staring at the floor. I was trying to build a future. You weren't dreaming anymore. Your voice sounded familiar, but the feeling wasn't there. Like I was holding on to someone already disappearing into air. I kept looking for answers. You kept looking for a way out. I was still planning forever while you were planning goodbye. While you were planning your escape. There's an old glass on the counter and a storm outside tonight. The city's wrapped in neon, but nothing feels alive. I keep hearing your laughter somewhere in the rain, and every lonely blues note brings it back again. You were learning how to leave. I was learning how to stay. While you were planning goodbye, I was carrying the fire while you watched it slowly die. And every midnight shadow still knows your name. I was trying to save us while you walked away. Maybe love doesn't break, maybe it slowly fades. One unanswered question, one cold embrace, one silent evening at a time, until only one heart is left trying. I stopped holding me, I was still planning forever, while you were planning goodbye. I kept waiting for you to come back, even while you were leaving. Stop reaching for my hand like you used to every night. The room got a little colder every time you said goodbye. I kept telling myself it was all inside my head, but every quiet conversation left a little more unsaid. I thought we were healing, you were slipping away. I kept waiting for you to come back, even while you were leaving, still holding on to promises you stopped believing. And every midnight memory still pulls me beneath. I kept waiting for your heart after it stopped beating for me. Now the neon lights are fading outside this empty bar, and the whiskey hits a little harder, knowing where we are. I keep hearing old songs, oh, we used to call our own. Now every line feels different when you're listening alone. start reaching for my hand like you used to every night. The room got a little colder every time you said goodbye. I kept telling myself it was all inside my head, but every quiet conversation left a little more unsaid. I thought we were healing, you were slipping away. I kept waiting for you to come back, even while you were leaving, still holding on to promises you stopped believing. And every midnight memory still pulls me beneath. I kept waiting for your heart. You were tired of us, I was still trying. You stopped looking at me like I was home. Stop reaching for my head when we were alone. The distance grew between us without making a sound, and I was the last one standing when everything came down. I thought love could survive if one heart kept believing. You were tired of us, I was still trying, still holding on to dreams while they were dying. And every midnight memory still keeps me awake. You were tired of us, I was begging love to stay. The bartender knows my story without me saying a word. I've been sitting in this corner since the night it finally hurt. There's whiskey in my glass and thunder in the sky, but neither one can drown out the sound of goodbye. You were already leaving, I just didn't know when. You were tired of us, I was still holding on tight. You were tired of us. I was still trying. I was still calling you mine. After you stopped being mine. You were sitting right beside me, but your heart was far away. I kept searching for the woman who used to make me stay. Every smile looked borrowed, every touch felt thin, like I was holding on to memories instead of holding you again. I thought we were getting older. I didn't know we were ending. I was still calling you mine. After you stopped being mine. Still counting on forever while you were crossing the line, and every midnight shadow still carries your goodbye. I was still calling you mine. After love had already died. The whiskey tastes like yesterday. The rain sounds like your voice. Funny how heartbreak survives long after someone's choice. I keep replaying old conversations, looking for where we broke, trying to find the exact moment when forever turned to smoke. You were learning how to leave, I was learning how to lose. I was still calling you mine. After you stopped being mine. Still building dreams together while you left ours behind. And every lonely highway still leads me to your name. I was still calling you mine when nothing felt the same. understanding. Looking for a spark to find. And now every note I play feels like one more goodbye. I was still calling you mine after love had already died. I was still calling you mine after you stop being mine. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave. That old chair by the window still hasn't moved an inch, like some part of me believes you'll walk back through it. Your coffee cup is gone, but the circle still remains, a fading mark upon the table, like a memory that won't change. I kept making room for you long after you made room for someone else. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave, still holding on to hope you stopped needing. And every midnight shadow falls where you used to be. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave. The neon sign is buzzing outside this worn-out bar. The rain keeps tracing stories sleepless night, trying to find a reason why goodbye feels unfinished. You stop coming home before you stop coming back. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave, still believing in forever. You no longer believe in every lonely highway still carries your memory. I was still saving your seat for a ghost that wasn't me. Some people leave with suitcases, some leave with a slam of the door, but you left in silence, one piece at a time, until there was nothing left but echoes in the man still waiting inside them. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave, still talking to your memory like it could hear me. And now every note I play feels like setting you free. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave. I was still saving your seat after you chose to leave.